Hey, welcome to Movie Friends. My name is Seth,
And I'm Michelle.
and today we're not talking about a specific movie, but we're talking about a film festival that Michelle and I went to recently, the Stony Brook Film Festival at Stony Brook University on Long Island, and it was great. We had a lot of fun.
I know. I'm so glad we were able to do this. I've been going to this festival for over 10
Yeah.
years, probably close to like 15 years. And I try to go every summer because it's held in July. There was a couple of years I missed, but I usually just go once or twice. So it was such a treat to go with you and see a bunch of films.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if it was my favorite part, but it was great watching movies with Michelle in person and watching a bunch of movies in a short period of time.
I know. It felt like a
This
marathon
was
for me.
like the biggest reveal that your whole like I'm not a movie person thing is just not true.
I am a movie person if I'm interested in the movie.
Well, I mean,
And if it's a festival, I love seeing independent film. I'm just more drawn to that. I much rather go to and attend a film festival than go to the movies any day of the week and see something. I don't know, I'm just more drawn to
it
it.
was really cool seeing the movies with a very large crowd because I would say there's
Yeah.
300 to 500 people for each
Yeah.
screening, which is quite rare these days to see like that many people, and all of the jokes land better because everyone's laughing and the surprising moments. It's a great experience. So definitely, if you are into movies, look up and see what your local film festivals are.
Definitely. And this one was in its 29th year, which is wild. And it's so long. It ran from July 18th through July 27th.
Yep.
Which you were surprised at how long this festival went on for.
I thought it was only like the weekend.
And every night included 2 features and 2 shorts.
Yeah.
It's jam-packed.
Jam-packed. A lot of the filmmakers and actors and producers were there. So there were some cool Q&As afterwards. And we had the pleasure of being able to interview a few of the people who submitted films.
Yeah, that was great. Those interviews are coming later this month, so be sure to tune in and check them out.
So we saw a lot of movies while we were there. Did you have a favorite?
Yeah, I would say the first night we went, we saw it was like a double feature because we stayed for both. And The Queen of My Dreams and Humanist, Vampire Seeking Consenting Suicidal Person were probably my 2 favorites. And I don't know if it's just because it was like the first night we attended and we're really excited for the festival, or those 2 just hit right. I don't know. How did you feel? These were so good.
I think my favorite was definitely Queen of My Dreams. I was really taken, and maybe I felt that way because it's about movies and different generations and how we view the same movie differently. And it's a really amazing movie, and I really hope more people get a chance to see it.
Yeah, written and directed by Fozzie Mirza, stars Amrit Kaur, which I know her from The Sex Lives of College Girls. She plays Bella. So if you're a fan of hers, definitely seek out this movie and just support this indie film. I mean, I know you're saying like, yes, you love movies and that's why you loved it, but it has such like it just has a deeper story to it because it's about a strained relationship between a mother and a daughter.
Yeah, great story about generations of family immigrating from one place to another, finding yourself. It's great.
Yeah, and what did you think of Humanist Vampire Seeking Consenting Suicidal Person? I mean, the title alone, how fun is that to say if you can remember it? It's great.
A lot of fun, and for a touchy subject matter, I thought that they did it quite well, honestly.
Yeah, and it felt like a breath of fresh air to the vampire story.
Absolutely. How many entries are there in that genre, and how many times have we seen the same thing? So this was a great addition to it.
What I thought was interesting is on Sunday night of the festival, they had a sneak peek. So they're just teasing and giving no information about this film that's going to be shown. So this was like a full packed house. And what we ended up seeing was Audrey's Children, directed by Amy Mann, written by Julia Fisher Fobman, and starring Natalie Dormer and Clancy Brown. What do you think of this one? This one was based off a true story about Dr. Audrey Evans, who revolutionized treatment for children with cancer. This was like not a dry eye in the house.
No, not a dry eye in the house. I really liked this one. I had no idea what the movie was going to be, and it was a big. I don't want to say necessarily a gamble, but even before they started, they said this is the biggest crowd we've ever gotten for a
Yeah.
surprise showing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was very cool. Great to hear this true story, and I think that they did a good job. I had asked a question for the Q&A about how they balanced the audience being engaged with having to give all of this medical jargon and exposition to explain how they go through the process of doing cancer research and navigating the law and the medical culture and society at the time. Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And we're like, looking up about Amy Mann. I was like, oh my God, it's Michael Mann's daughter.
Yes. Yeah.
And, Seth and I, with our movie friend connections, somehow that's a
That's right.
connection to us because of Michael
That's
Mann.
That's right. Yeah, when they were like directed by Amy Mann, I was like, Amy Mann, the
Yeah.
the musician? Yeah,
Right.
and then
Thought
we
that.
looked up
Yep.
and I was like, oh, very cool. Michael Mann's daughter.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was great. Again, the way this festival works is usually, well, I don't want to speak for the whole way they do their programming, but usually the short and the feature are somewhat in the same kind of theme, on the same tone level. And the short of that night, which they did tell us what it was going to be, starred Rosie O'Donnell and Kevin Pollak. And it was about Rosie O'Donnell played a person who was in HR. She has to talk to a writer of the comedy that the network is producing, Kevin Pollak's character, and the other guy that's having an issue is AI.
Mm-hmm.
And so this balance of it, and I thought it was great. I got a kick out of it because I'm still uneasy about AI and content
Mm-hmm.
creation.
Yep.
Anthony didn't think it was funny at all because he's very pro AI and robots. Anyway, so watching this short, I was like, okay, the feature maybe has to do with like comedy or network or television. No, it had
No.
nothing to do
Yeah.
with that. So maybe they just didn't know where to stick this short. I don't know, or where to stick the feature. But anyway, I thought it was great and I cried. It definitely brought out the
Yeah.
emotions. Yeah, it's hard talking about these films and not giving everything
Yeah.
away. This is like the biggest challenge of this episode, and you'll hear when we speak to the interviews that we have coming up. Trying not to spoil.
Yes.
It's hard not to talk about something when you saw it.
And I will say for Audrey's Children too, if you're a fan of Jimmy Simpson, he's one
Yeah.
of the co-leads, and it's great to see him with so much screen time.
Mhm.
Playing a real person, but doing dramatic work, and I really, really appreciated him in this too.
Yeah. And then the interviews we have coming up with Mike Koslov and Derek Owens, who co-directed, co-wrote Month to Month, and then A Fantastic Relationship, written and directed by Bridge Stewart. And we speak to that movie's lead actress, Nikki McKenzie. These two were two comedic
Mm-hmm.
movies that we saw. They were great. We enjoyed them. And I can't give anything else away.
No, but definitely listen to the conversations, especially if you're interested in like how movies are made nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And the process of getting something made. It's good conversations, even if you aren't familiar with the movies.
Super inspiring.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Also, we're going to link all of the trailers in the show notes so that you guys can check them out. And my biggest takeaway from this was just, like I said, kind of at the beginning, look up in your area what people are doing. Is there a short film festival near you? Is there a student film festival near you? Just going out and being around people and hearing the conversations, it's a much better experience than just, we all love watching movies from our couch, but definitely more captivating to go and be there with the people and with the filmmakers. And yeah, so I'm excited, and I'm excited to go back next year and even check out some other film festivals that are local to my area.
Yeah, absolutely. And to go through this year's programming, the movies we couldn't make it to, I'm looking forward to looking them up and seeking them out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't be there the whole time.
I know. Life and work took over.
Yes. But, it was great to watch one of the movies and then be able to go up and shake the hand of one of our favorite actors who was in it, and, tell him how much we appreciated his work, and then, to talk to the
I know.
directors.
How cool was that to watch a movie and then directly or right after be able to talk to the filmmakers? Like as you guys will hear, literally when we spoke to Mike and Derek, Seth is like, I just finished your movie like 10 minutes ago. And then you get to have a discussion with them and they're so excited to talk about it. It's great. It's really fun.
The internet is great and we're grateful for it.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Coming together physically in a real place cannot be undersold. Find your local festivals and hit them up. So, Michelle, we are still on break for August.
We are.
We still got a lot of stuff coming out, though. How do you think that you're doing at this point in your August break? Have you forgotten how to talk about movies?
Probably forgot how to talk about movies. Didn't forget how to speak into a microphone because I still am working on podcasting things.
That's right. Yeah, I feel like my sense of time is just gone, The schedule of it.
Yeah. I wonder, since we're speaking into the future, I wonder if by this time if we'll write any of our live show that's coming up.
I hope so. That's right. Folks, just remember September 21st, Long Island, New York. We've got a live show. It's free event. Bring your friends. It's going to be fun. And yeah, it's
sponsored by Stony Brook University Podcast Incubator, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a Stony Brook filled year for us. Right. Got to go to the film festival. We get to have our live show at Stony Brook University out in Southampton.
Absolutely. Very exciting. Very exciting. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Be sure to check out the links to the films and shorts below. And yeah, Michelle, next time I talk to you, it will be like we're starting all over again.
Can't wait.
All right. Well, have a good vacation. And thanks.
Thanks, Seth. You too.
Thank you very much for listening. Till next time, have a good one.
Movie Friends is produced by Seth Vargas and Michelle Rubenstein. Music by Anthony Vicora. If you like the show, please subscribe and give us a rating. It really helps us find new friends. Thanks.